all of the power of a dragon!
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm Mr. Blast, and today we are taking a look at the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zord Ascension project, Dragonzord. We're going to go over his articulation, we're going to check out all of his accessories, and we're also going to combine him with the Megazord to make Mega Dragonzord and the Dragonzord Battle Mode. And we're going to find out if this guy is still worth owning in the year 2025. Let's get into it. Alright, and here he is, the Mighty Dragonzord, and man, I really love this thing. It's so nice. I love all of the gold, shiny gold bits here, the intricate designs here on the side, the little bits of green mixed in. You got the dragon coin symbol here, his really awesome tail. Unfortunately, this doesn't, I mean, it kind of spins, but you get the idea. The drill on mine is kind of bent, but it is a soft vinyl, so it's not the end of the world. It's not like it's broken plastic, but just be aware yours might have that issue. So yeah, anyway, so you've got all of this design here. I love that this tail is segmented. When you get it out of the packaging, it's actually fully put together. When you take it out, that's when you can collapse it like this. And it's actually quite flexible. It is detached from here. We'll show that later on what that's for. You've got all of the bits and bobs that make him just look absolutely amazing. He looks so intimidating. Now, this part right here, you see it on the show back in the day that it would light up red, and man, I wish they missed the mark on this. Even if it took like a single watch battery, it would have been really cool for this to actually be able to light up. You've got his arms here, which are a little bit posable. I don't know if it's just a design flaw with mine, but this little peg right in here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. There we go. Let me just focus on that. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. But yeah, it's that little peg that's right here. It's supposed to go in this hole right here. Well, mine doesn't, it doesn't do that at all. I don't know why. I can't get it to line up properly. You might be able to, but I cannot. The red eyes, I'm gonna see if I can bring the camera up just a little bit more and zoom in for you guys so you can see the red eyes that we've got in here. It's kind of hard. Yeah, there you go. That's a really good view of it. Unfortunately, these don't light up. Man, I wish there was light piping in here. It would have made those eyes look so menacing when he goes into his attack mode. But he still looks really good. He's got the nice sharp teeth right in here. So when you close the mouth, generally when you get it out of the packaging for the first time, his mouth is closed, and then you go, oh, I'm going to open it. And then you have this. So most people would think that theirs is broken, but it's not. It's just the design that they did for this. Now I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing like back open again. I don't know if I can. Hang on. I can't do it. So let me let me fix this, and we'll come right back. Okay, so I fixed the jaw. As you can see, he's got all of his teeth in there, of course. It's not broken, but this top part of his jaw here is attached to the faceplate for when you put him in Dragonzord Battle Mode, which we will be going through that, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you open the jaw for the first time, or any time really, I don't know, it's a weird design flaw because of how tight the jaw is when you open its mouth. See, look, I barely pushed it up and then it came back down again. So you just basically need to hold his mouth and then push the jaw piece back up. That's it. You can use a little piece of plastic and just push it back up, but whatever. So yeah, overall, he looks great. He's quite flexible and posable for what it is. It definitely captures the guy in a suit look, which I really like. It gives that nostalgic look to the figure. It just really lends itself really well to what the Dragonzord looks like. I've never had the 1993 Dragonzord. I know that one is way more plasticky and not as much design. Like, I wouldn't say design, but maybe just paint overall. I'm pretty sure it has stickers on it too. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Does the 93 Dragonzord come with stickers? I have had The Legacy Collection Dragonzord had a lot of chrome all over it on every angle and things like that. Very close and similar to this. Make no mistake, this is all plastic. There's no die cast in this guy at all, but he's still a nice representation of the Dragonzord. And I don't, other than maybe what Playmates is doing right now, I don't think we have another Dragonzord right now. This is probably the last one we've ever gotten. There's a Soul of Chogokin version too. I never had that one. I know that one's got die cast because I've had the Megazord and that had die cast in it. So I'm going to assume that that Dragonzord has die cast. This one, however, does not. Also, I want to show you here, if you open the crest up top, there's like a nice little Green Ranger inside his head. And if you look close enough, you can see like little tiny bits and bobs of like controls and whatnot. It's pretty cool. A little weirdly unnecessary, but it's still a cool, you know, little feature nonetheless. Okay, so before we move on to combining him with the Megazord and showing off the other alternate modes that the Dragonzord has, let's going to show off the little accessories very quickly. He does come with two little miniature Green Rangers. As you can see, he's just green painted, no other details whatsoever. I don't know if this was necessary. The Megazord also came with its own. You guys should check out that video as well that I've just recently uploaded. It was a lot of fun to make. And here is the other one where he's actually playing the Dragon Dagger. So you can see him there. It's very hard to make out if you're not like in person. But, you know, it was kind of neat that they included both of those. Next up, we have these two little covers here. These are for when you put him in the, I believe it's the Mega Dragonzord mode. Basically, these covers go on his like arms here, on his shoulders, and it just looks like it's the fingers pointed through, so you can shoot missiles from it. And I don't remember it being in the show, but maybe it was. Sometimes it's weird. Like Power Rangers is like a weird fever dream for me. I don't know. I just kind of forget like some certain things. I remember things as other things, but anyway. So here's his fingers where you can attach the missiles to them. This is actually a separate piece. So he does come with two, so you get one for each hand, which is kind of neat. So you can kind of get like a really cool action pose, but they just kind of slide in there. And yeah, it looks really cool. The nice translucent, it looks like orange and red mixed together, a little bit of white paint here on the bottom. You can see those up close. So at least you got some accessories to go and make some battle poses for the Dragonzord, which is really awesome. And then last but not least, you've got the missiles ready fingers, which I think is really cool too. I'm sure we've seen that scene many, many times over because Power Rangers uses a lot of recycled footage, as does Sentai. So, and there you have it. I dropped one of them, so I had to pick it up. But yeah, it looks really cool. You can actually put those on, and these hands are the default hands, kind of like when he's resting or not in battle mode, which I think is really awesome. So, but yeah. All right, let's take this time to move on to the first combined mode with the Megazord. Probably my least favorite, but you know, it's part of the transformation. Let's move into the Mega Dragonzord. Okay, so here he is. This is the Mega Dragonzord, and while he looks really cool standing there, this guy has a lot of flaws. The pose itself, he looks intimidating. He looks like he's ready to just whoop some monsters' butts, and I love it, but this is really the only pose you can get from this guy. First, I want to point out this up here, right up here, I can't get this piece in here to stay unless I split this piece apart up on top, and I'm not a fan of that. Even having it there right now drives me nuts, but it's all I got. I had to get this thing on here as straight as I possibly could. It doesn't really attach to anything. It's just, you just take the whole thing apart and you split it and then you put it on top and then put his feet up, and that's really it. The covers look good. They're convincing enough to where it looks like his fingers are poking through, ready to shoot missiles. But this is really the only pose you can do with the Mega Dragonzord. Again, it's there. It shows you, hey, you can do this, but that's really it. You can't bend the forearms. I've seen some poses where the forearms will bend out, or bend, you know, put the elbows out, so you can kind of give it a little bit more of an intimidating look. Unfortunately, on this, you cannot, but it is a thing. I'll turn it to the side so you guys can kind of see what I mean. There's no way you're going to be able to do anything else with this other than make it look pretty decent on your shelf. There's the back side of it, spinning all around. I'm really trying not to let this thing fall apart on me. This is not the mode that I would keep mine in. There's that split again right up here, guys. You know if you can see that on the camera, but yeah, that split up there, it drives me nuts. I hate that I have to do that. I kind of did it by accident, and then I realized, like, okay, I can't get this panel in here unless I split that piece apart. And even filming right now, the longer it stays apart, the more fragile and maybe even brittle the plastic will become over time if I keep doing that. So just for the purpose of the video, showing you guys Mega Dragonzord, you can do it. This is what it will look like. Yours may not have this issue up here with the plastic splitting. However, it is a thing to look out for, so just be mindful of it. Okay, so next up, the one mode that I've really been wanting to do for a while. I have not changed this into this mode in a while, and it is the Dragonzord Battle Mode. I can't wait. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, guys, look at that. Look how cool that looks. All right, this is officially my favorite mode. I can't get the whole spear in the shot because it is really tall. This is his weapon when you fully combine it. This, if you guys remember, this is the beginning of, or the middle of the Dragonzord chest, all put together. This is part of his tail. It actually does disconnect from the large base right here. And that's how you create the spear, and it's really cool. I like how they kind of added that in there. It does come with a stand that is removable. You can put this in his hands. Good luck with this thing holding up. It's very top heavy. I don't know if maybe just holding it up here in that hand would help, but I definitely could not get it to stand. It just kept doing this because it's very top heavy. So it looks cool on display. I'm glad that they actually gave you that so you can kind of hold it up just like that. And it looks wonderful. It looks great. This is definitely the better of the two modes of the Dragonzord. This is the Dragonzord Battle Mode. He looks freaking awesome. Look at that detail on his face. I'm going to zoom in just as much as I can here. Let's pull up the camera so you guys can see a little bit. Look at that. I can't even get the camera high enough to show his face and how he looks in there. There you go. So this is the face that kept falling down whenever you would open and close his jaw. But in this mode, it doesn't matter because he looks friggin' awesome. All the nice, beautiful gold snaps together. Look at that giant dragon coin symbol on his chest. I really, really like that. And of course, you've got the Mastodon attached to his back all the way around. The tail, of course, is not here. There's the legs attached. And yeah, they got the Triceratops and the Saber-Tooth Tiger. The Z on the bottom of his feet for the Dragonzord. And he looks so good. This is definitely my favorite of the two modes, or technically three if you just count the regular Dragonzord. But he looks absolutely fantastic. Just look at that face, the intimidation. You knew on the show when this guy came out, oh, they meant business. They were ready to take down the bad guys, whoever it was that they were fighting at the time. I don't think we saw this this mode as often as I'd like to. I really wish we could have seen more of it at the time, but it just wasn't meant to be, you know. The Green Ranger was kind of a short-lived thing at the time. You know, they only had so much footage from Sentai to use in Power Rangers, and then the story goes from there. So he looks absolutely fantastic, though. I really, really like the way this mode looks. What do you guys think? Dragonzord looks awesome. Mega Dragonzord, eh. And then you've got the Dragonzord Battle Mode, which looks freaking fantastic. He does come with his own set of hands. These are not the hands that came with the Megazord, so the Dragonzord does come with his own set of hands to use in this mode. So yeah, that's a thing. You can see the side profile right here, and it looks really good. Oh, I kind of want to keep it like this on the shelf and just have the Tyrannosaurus and the Pterodactyl on the side, but I know that wouldn't be right though, because Dragonzord has his own mode, you know? So what do you guys think? Do you think this is worth it in 2025? 3 years removed from the original run of the Zord Ascension project? I don't know. I still have one more that I'm going to review, and you guys probably should know already what it is. Okay, I'll tell you right now. It's the Astro Megazord. I've never watched Power Rangers in space, but I will review that as best I can. I'll show you how it looks. He looks absolutely freaking awesome. We will do side-by-side comparisons. And yeah, that's basically where we're at with this. Oh, before we go, I'll throw in a little bit of a comparison between the Dragonzord and the Megazord side by side, how they look together separate in their own modes. And yeah, you guys tell me what you think. And if you guys really did enjoy this video, I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of work. I'm trying to work on my craft and hone my skills overall in these Power Rangers toys. So if you guys want to see more, please let me know down in the comments below. And look forward to the next video. Maybe next video. I might have something else in between there. But the next Zord that I review will be the Astro Megazord. So I hope you tune in for that. And that's all I got. That's all I got from, for this video today, guys. So please check out my other socials right there down in the description. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Mr. Blast, and this has been a review of the Zord Ascension Project. Dragonzord. I freaking love this thing. It's so cool looking. Now that I've got a nice look at it again, yeah, he looks freaking awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.